Nice, nice, nice. Welcome back to Roll Magic, where we cast some spells and tell some tales. Today we have here the lovely Sage Sawyer, aka Liz, to do some solo adventures. She's gonna blow up the castle all by herself.
Can't wait.
Can't freaking wait. Give me a sec to get set up.
So used to you being on like left side.
There we go. Just some Hogwarts Legacy vibe.
Lives. I can finish the game. No bullying.
Pull up any notes that I need. What? Whatever. Okay. Oh, cool. So, is there any specific point in time that you would like to play around in? Or do you have any sort of plan of something you wanted to explore?
I don't know. I don't know. It's hard. Kind of hard to go back because it, alters things a little bit. But
We could play like because we kind of ended that day, so we're gonna play like the second day of school or something like that, or maybe that weekend we could fast forward things, we can rewind things.
we can play around this time. It's fine.
Cool. So, as we begin, of course, where you just started your third year at Hogwarts. Your sister is also starting. She's of course in Ravenclaw as well. And you've met some friends, met some old friends, formed some new bonds. Um, and of course, casted some spells. So we begin. We're actually gonna begin on that kind of day after. Um, you know that your school schedule, um, the third year is kind of where you can really start switching shit up if you would like. So I would kind of leave it up to you about what it is, but I'm gonna give you kind of some list of stuff, just in case, or just so you can have a little bit of.
I think I got my traits down as well.
Oh, go ahead and tell me the new traits, or if you replaced them.
Oh. Oh, wait, this is different. Now I'm going to find it. I wanted to like think exactly what, because I have the traits, but then I also wrote down like what I was replacing. I need to find it. I have 2 occult 5 channels. Great. All right, we are changing. I think in the positive traits, I had reserved, and instead of
Mm-hmm.
reserved, it's gonna be caring now.
I like
Um,
that.
and then instead of indecisive, I'm like, she's actually not that indecisive. Like, I feel like she's a lot more decisive than I am, and it makes it easier for me to make decisions. And so now she is secretive.
Ooh,
And
interesting.
then well, there was another one, but
I really
um,
like the reserved one because I felt like, of course, when Sage kind of came in, it was more natural for her to be reserved because this
mhm,
kind of group of friends was already formed when you came in IRL and in game. So you're a little bit more quiet. You kind of had your own friends, but now you kind of have formed your own place in the group and burned your own path. So um, it would make sense that as Sage is growing up, she would start to come into her own as a person and as a um, friend in the group.
and there was another one I was wanting to change in the negative traits, but I couldn't because I wanted to get rid of either soft or quiet.
Hmm.
Because I would still consider her pretty skeptical and reckless. I don't know. Maybe she's a little bit too trusting. Um, not as bad as dumb. Important information. I'm gonna download this for the fourth time. But the negative traits are so awful. Um,
And can you go ahead and read what all of your traits are, just in case anybody out there
yes.
who just came in for the first time is kind of like, what are your other traits?
So far, she positive traits would be ambitious, philosophical, caring, observant, studious. And the negative traits that could she changed in a second are reckless, secretive, skeptical, soft, and quiet.
Mm, okay.
Um,
Which ones for the negative are you thinking about changing?
I'm thinking of changing soft or quiet for something because I don't feel like she's
Is like that anymore?
yeah.
Let me
Actually,
take a look at the traits, and you don't have to pull from those on the list. If
oh,
there's another word that you can find that kind of describes something, you can use
see
that as well.
list. Uh,
Um, I just when you guys made your characters, I very much made you guys choose from my list because it helped me decide how you're gonna get sorted.
ah, okay. Um,
If I can find that list.
maybe impulsive is kind of like reckless, so I won't do that.
Maybe deceitful because you also said you're being secretive.
Well, it's more so like secretive. Like she went from being like, okay, I want to tell the teachers about everything we do because we can just trust them, to being like, but not as
Gotcha.
it's still not as bad as like the other kids.
Gotcha.
So far, like I think she still would go to a few people. Still, I think she still trusts McGonagall and Black, but still a lot more. But still, like maybe wouldn't say everything, but just out of fear of being called a liar. Um, maybe instead of soft, well, I don't know. Cause I really want to get rid of quiet. I don't mind her being soft. Well, I guess instead of soft, I would kind of consider her more sensitive. Like, she's much more
Okay.
sensitive to like people being um critical of her.
Not really
And
insecure, but much more emotionally sensitive.
yes, like if some it's not like it's not like it comes from her, like it's outward stuff like that she's sensitive to,
Gotcha.
not like insecurity and like projecting, I
Herself.
guess, and like like
Yeah.
hearing shit. um da, 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 da. Funny if she was forgetful. Me though. Mana? Or just temperamental. I don't know. Anything else?
Good. We decide later.
No. Not that. Okay. Yeah, we can stop. Everyone's just looking at Alright. Those are so cursed.
Oh. And you can as well, if there's something in your notes that you have that you wanted to look back on from year 2. I mean, not yet year 2, that we didn't get to finish up from year 2. We could maybe explore those paths as well if it's still something that's open. But we are going to begin here. The morning of second day of first day of classes, but second day back at Hogwarts. And as we kind of begin here, what time would Sage be kind of waking up for the day, especially because she knows she has classes today? I
No
would say
classes?
she has classes today.
Oh, okay. What time do classes start?
Probably now that you're third year, I'd say maybe around like before it started like at 8 o'clock. So your classes probably start like 9:30 now.
Facebook. Is there anything relating to Quidditch going on anytime soon?
You probably will know your first Quidditch match is this weekend, so you probably have Quidditch throughout the week.
Okay.
Just like practice and meetings and such.
So there's
like
no
that.
like tryouts or like anything like that. Like
I would say not for you at least. You're the angel of Ravenclaw.
Let's go.
Gotta try out.
All right. Then probably. $9:30. I think like 7:30 then.
7:30. Yeah. So for anybody that hasn't came before, can you just give me like a quick description of the Sage, especially because she's maybe changed a bit from what people remember? You don't have to look up pictures or anything, but you can just kind of.
All right, so she is.
If you want to, you can. But
she is short in stature still. She's still like, I don't know if she's 13 or 14. I keep forgetting.
We'll say right around probably just turned 14, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, her birthday's in August, so.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, yeah. So she is 14 years old, still very short, but we're getting to our height limit, so she's probably gonna stay like this. Her hair is kind of. I think last year was like, like down to here. It's kind of down like mid back now, but she she's changed her style of it. She has whitish hair, like white grayish hair, and she's gotten some piercings over the summer, and she's starting to wear more slightly like smudgy, grungy makeup now. Not in a super over the top like emo way, just kind of like she's just finding her style and sort of thing. It's not too over the top or anything like that, but
Yeah. I'm gonna post the picture that you sent in the chat for you here.
oh yeah, kind of like that. Just kind of like just normal 20, 15, 14-year-old.
Nice.
It's a good makeup.
And as you wake up, you would know and I'm pretty sure being Glenn, do you and Glenn stay in the same room? I can't remember.
Yeah, we do. I think
Yeah.
we honestly might be on the same bunk. Kind of on the
Okay.
top bunk.
We'll say there's 3 people in your room. There's you, Matilda, and Glenn. While you
Oh,
and
they
Glenn are
share a
kind
room.
of
Them
while
bitches
you and Glenn
gay.
are kind of on the same bunk, and then we'll say on the other side of the room, it's Matilda's bunk where she just kind of just the one. Uh, but as you wake up in the morning, you can see Matilda is kind of already, as usual, kind of already up. Like she has like a little planner in her hand, and she's kind of not to wake anybody up, but she's kind of like silently to herself, kind of going over reading, kind of what she has to do for the day. I think Glenn would. Probably wake up around the
Meditations.
same. Yeah, probably wake up around, if not earlier, around the same time as you. And then probably go get ready and go straight to the Great Hall for breakfast.
Mhm.
Um, so like everybody's kind of up in your room right now, getting ready and such for the day. Um, you know that your first class would be Charms with Professor Black, and then a class that nobody has except Sage would be Advanced Divination.
Oh, it's called that
Last year,
now?
last year was Divination. Now you're taking Advanced Divination, which is
You mean
which is
Xylomancy?
more
Is it
yeah,
is it still
which is
Xylomancy or
where
is it
you would
divination?
learn Xylomancy. Um,
Okay.
that kind of oh yeah, my bad. Xylomancy is its own class, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. It'd probably be Advanced Xylomancy then.
God, everyone's gonna be older than me. All right.
So you got some classes for the day. I would say tryouts for the Ravenclaw team are today. You, of course, the captain already told you do not have to come. You could come watch if you would like to, but as far as you trying out, your spot is already secured.
You're saying they don't want me to be an absolute menace and block every shot any new player tries to
Yeah, definitely,
do.
definitely.
Wait.
But yeah, the those 2 hours are yours. So whatever, if you want to go talk to anybody specific, or if you wanted to maybe go talk to a teacher or have Mrs. McGonagall, find her in her office. You want me to kind of run down where certain people might be right now, so you can kind of have a better sense of where to go.
Um, I should probably go to the Great Hall first of all. Just like kind of gather her books together, get ready for the
Yep.
day, like her usual shit. Probably only take
Yeah,
like 30 minutes or so. I probably head down to the Great Hall around like 8.
nice. Kind of walk there with Glenn. I would say eh, meeting Baz and live there as well. Kind of as you guys all kind of have breakfast. Is there anybody specific is there anybody you're looking for, or maybe any? Not I wasn't talking about Neil, but is there anybody like specific you're looking for? Is there any letters you wanted to send off, whether that be back home, or to somebody else out in the Wizarding World, or of course anybody within
Oh,
Hogwarts?
Rose, of course.
Rose, you're gonna go meet her, or you're just gonna send her a letter?
um, I just kind of forgot about her existence for a split second there. Trying to
As
think
all
of if I
sisters
would
do.
have met up with her or just I don't know. I think maybe she would give her some space actually.
Yeah, I think I would say Rose is very much the type of sister, younger sister, where she feels like she's a grown up, so she doesn't want to be treated like a kid.
But she
Whereas
has tryouts
Glenn,
today.
yeah, I mean, you could still go and watch. Not saying you can't go and watch, but um, yeah. While Glenn's younger brother Ozzy, he's much more of a I need your help doing this. Can you show me where to go? Much more. I'm not gonna say babyish, but like he needs more of a guiding hand than
Miss Monroe's was a
Rose would.
little baby. um,
Um, yeah, the sky is the limit.
okay, so I kind of like was in my embarrassment the other day. I didn't really know. I kind of like disconnected my brain for a little bit at the end of her and Neil's conversation, and like I don't. I know he asked to hug her after, but like it was kind of like one of those things. Like, is it kind of like up in the air of like what's going on with him a little bit still, or is it
Yeah,
like okay,
I would definitely
just
say he doesn't fully like. I would say Neil doesn't fully know that Sage was actually telling him that she liked him. I think it was more of a thing of like Neil definitely felt a little bit loved because you said that you missed him over the summer and stuff like that, and
mm-hmm.
he's kind of been distant since you guys got back. Um, but he definitely did not pick up like, hey, like I actually like you and I would like to, be in a relationship with you or whatever the
I
case may
pull up
be.
my fucking notes. I felt like I literally said something along the lines of like, I mean, like, man, where is it?
He's a guy. He's not gonna understand.
I'm pretty sure she like was really fucking. I mean, I'll give him a pass because it's him, but um, I know. Let's come here. I like typed out what I wanted to say and everything.
Really?
Yes.
What?
All right.
Was
So
this on Sunday or you typed it out
it was
after
during. It was
session?
like during the session when like I was like, oh my god, she needs to figure out what to do, and so I was like typing out everything like in mid like session. So I'm really glad we got her thing because during everything she would have like I would have been like typing up a fucking sermon.
God, I'm so proud.
uh,
Hold on one second. All right, sick. Ugh.
okay, so I wrote, I was like, I'd be like, she would be very like nervous and excitement, but kind of like apprehension, not knowing where he's at. And
Yeah.
just be like, hey Neil, can we talk for a moment? There's something on my mind. And it would kind of be like really trying to put weight on it, like to be like to convey to him that this conversation would hold like special significance for both of them. And I
Yeah.
literally wrote this down. And then so like she would take a moment to gather her thoughts and meet his, look him in the eyes and be like, Neil, I've been doing some thinking lately. And then she would get more, confident as she's explaining. Before, I never really thought about romance relationships. I felt too young and wanted to focus on other things, but things have changed. Like she's literally saying that things have changed, and she said, "I've seen how much you and I have both like grown and transformed, and I can't help but admit I've started to see you in a different light. Like you becoming more like confident, and our time and space like between us has made." Me realize that there's something more between us, or at least how I feel. And then she would get really embarrassed. And she's like, I'm not saying it'll be easy. And I understand if you've moved on or you're not interested, but I wanted to be honest with you about how I feel. Our relationship's always meant a lot to me. I just want to see if there might be something more here. And then, and also, actually, I might have been too nervous to see if there's something more here. I won't lie. But I did say like or at least I think I said see something more here, but if not, I didn't want to I wanted to make sure at least like we'd still be friends and like that it's not like some weird like distance between us if you don't feel the same way. So I was like, so I mean,
Yeah. Neil definitely thinks you're still friends.
okay.
Not to say like that he'd reject you because he definitely didn't, but like
Yeah.
I don't
I
think
just wanted
he
to
picked up what
see
you put down yet.
okay. I just wanted to see how if it like I just kind of blacked out a little bit towards the
You're
end.
good. You're good.
Like or blocked out, not blacked, but
Yeah, he
uh just
definitely didn't pick that up. So if you wanted to go meet him before class, you definitely can do that. Send him a
no.
message.
We're gonna give
Um,
him some time to think about it. I think Sage would
okay.
I think Sage would assume at this point that he needs a little bit of time to like think about it, or maybe for things to like seem like a bit normal again before just like jumping at him again and being like,
Okay.
so what are we? Like,
Nice.
um, so I just wanted to get an idea of like where it how it seemed like to Sage, of what he was like
Understandable.
feeling and stuff like that. But okay.
Nice.
So should I just chill with her friends, eat breakfast, make sure her books and stuff are ready for class? What time is our tryouts? Are they like after
Probably,
classes?
yeah, like probably after your xylomancy class. So right around probably it's 9:30, probably right around like 1-ish, 1:30-ish, somewhere around there.
Damn. I
Um,
wish our school hours were like this.
Facts. Yo, facts, B.
Always wondered how they had so much free time. Yo, when are we gonna do?
Oh God, bro, they were doing everything.
They
Let's hang
always
out in the courtyard and go eat lunch and fly our brooms around the freaking castle. And yeah, I can go to class whenever I want to, as long as I go.
so. What
What
are
a
my
life.
notes? Is it
Alrighty.
NEI or IE for Neil?
Neil.
Okay. Neil.
Alrighty. So you would go to charms class with Professor Black with your friends. And
Oh hey, Nano and Ember are here by the way. I put on
hey
timestamps.
guys.
I can actually see when they message. A little
Hey guys.
existential there. Hey.
Oh, we definitely gotta save that one. Okay. All right. As you go to Charms, you kind of enter the classroom. Um, Professor Black would already have, the desk that you guys set in last night all laid out, ready to go. And I'm thinking of this very much. I think I already said this before, but I'm thinking this very much like Professor Flitwick's classroom from the movies, where like the Charms class is like where it's like that center, like long, and he's like kind of at the front, and then the students like on the sides. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you guys are kind of very much off to the side. Is there anybody specific in your group you'd be sitting next to that Sage wanted to sit next to, or just like whoever sits next to me is whatever?
Whoever sits me is fine. I don't know.
Just as long as somebody in the group. Cool.
I mean, like a random.
Ooh, okay. See if I can find this. Beyond. Where are you at? Where are you at? Okay, cool. Cool. Let me just load this up. Cool. As you go into class, and you sit down at your desk, or like the sides, you would notice that one thing that like was specific at each kind of chair on top on the desk is like a cup of water. Just like a little glass cup of water on each, individual desk, or not desk, but row. Um, so each student has one, and you guys would see professor as everybody kind of comes in and stuff like that. Um, Make a mind roll for me real quick.
Um, 7.
7. You would see. Trying to think of this guy's name. Felix. Sorry. See
Just
Felix on
thinking
the
about
other.
him.
You would see Felix on the other side of the classroom, and he gives you kind of a wave.
Should be friendly. I was literally just thinking about how Sage would feel about him.
Yeah, and I would say it's definitely a little weird because Felix has never spoken to you a day in his life, really, for real. So that's just something that you would kind of clock is, hey, but why are you talking to me? Um, as you all kind of take your seats, you kind of be sitting with your group. And you kind of see as she closes, as Professor Black kind of, as all the students kind of gather and funnel into the classroom, you see Professor Black kind of close the door to the class, and you hear like a hand kind of go in between, and she kind of, not she wouldn't be able to see the hand as the door kind of gets shut on the hand, and he says, "Oh, Miss Black, Miss Black," and she opened the door, and he kind of be Christian with like his robe on and like his
It's
tie,
a
kind of like. Yeah, he has like his little like not the those bags that they had where it's like a not like a
satchel?
purse, but like
Satchel?
satchel. Thank you, satchel. He'd have like his satchel, and like you can see like papers are kind of like halfway falling out of it, and like he'd be like, "Okay, I'm here. Sorry. All right," and she'd be like, "Mm, "You could take your seat, Christian. Are you all right?" He says, "Yeah. Sorry, I overslept. I'm sorry." Um, and then he kind of come and make his way and sit down in the classroom. As Professor Black kind of stops and starts walking up to the front of the class, she says, "Welcome all to Year 3 Charms. This will be a crucial year in your learning as we're going to learn a lot of new and amazing spells this year. I trust that you all will study and do your best to excel and learn. I'm sure that you all want good jobs at the ministry one day." Um, and she says, "Today we will be learning Aqua Erecto." She says, and this is just a little, you can go on your spell list to look. But she says, this spell is used to create and control a jet of clear water from the tip of the wand. It's probably related to Aquamenti. So you know how you can cast, and Aquamenti would just kind of shoot water out of your wand. Now you can control that water shooting out.
Okay.
And she says, partner up. Everybody, please grab a partner. Um, we kind of see everybody looks around. I'll say Liv goes with Christian, Pass with Glenn. Um, and then it's like, okay, where would Sage kind of look to for a partner
Um, who's around? Who do I know that's in?
in this class?
Yeah. Besides.
You would know Felix. You would know the twins, but of course they're probably partnering up with each other. MacArthur twins. You would know Amy from Hufflepuff is in this class. You would know trying to think. Neil would not be here. He's year
He's older,
4.
yeah.
Um, what was that? Sorry, sorry, like somebody dying in the hallway or something. You would know that Natalia Gryffindor. Let's remember her. Her mom was not her mom. Um, you would know who else from year two? I mean, my bad, year three. Am I blanking? I think that's
Sandra in
it.
his class?
Cassandra, sorry. That's who. That's who I
I
was
was
thinking.
just hoping she
Cassandra.
wasn't here.
Yes, she is in here. She doesn't look like she has a partner yet. She's not really doing the whole like looking around thing yet. But if you wanted to ask her, you could.
I think she'd go for Felix.
Okay. And he's kind of sitting on the other class side of the classroom. Are you guys doing that thing where you're like kind of looking at each other and you're like, he kind of like calls you over.
Alright.
Um, just hello, Sage. How are you?
Hello, I guess we haven't really spoken before, but I've heard about you.
Yes. Sorry about that.
No, I mean, I mean, I've also heard about a little bit about, um, how it's, why it happened and stuff like that, and, um,
Yeah.
how are
It
you
was a
doing?
crazy. Yeah. I'm doing great. Would you like to partner up?
Yeah, of course.
Um, and you guys kind of sit down next to each other. You guys got a little moment to talk while everybody's still kind of getting ready and choosing partners and such. He says, "So the Angel of Ravenclaw. I should probably ask for your autograph, huh?"
No, please. My, learned recently it's just my, one of my close friends who gave me that nickname, and it just kind of spread like wildfire, unfortunately. So
Sorry about that.
it's okay. But
I like your hair. It looks very different, but in a good way.
you seem to be in better spirits than when I last saw you. I guess towards
Yes,
the end of the year.
yeah, I was a little bit crazy to say the least. But yeah, I'm good now.
You seem more down than crazy to the last half of the year, but
Yeah, I was going through a lot with my brother, and my dad is weird. Um, so I felt bad for everything that had happened. Um, so I just tried to stay out of you guys' way.
oh, I actually, when I was talking with everybody when we were playing Minecraft a bit ago, I was like, you know what would make sense is if, I don't know if I decided if, her mom, who was one that she got magic from,
Mhm.
was involved in any sort of magic based, ministry
Stop.
shit or whatever.
Mhm.
But, I would say that but I did say before that her father was a professor, and when she
Mhm.
went to when her mom went to like normal human college after like school to like kind of their family wanted her to and shit like that. And then I would say that he was a professor for psychology, and that is why Sage is so much more uh I guess like aware or like like
Understanding.
I get that, and like also just like being able to like more empathetic and like also like understanding why people feel the way they feel, I guess, because of that
Yeah.
upbringing. And so
Yeah.
I felt like that would make a lot more sense because like I was like, man, she is way too like mature emotionally. And so this kind of helps me make it make sense. So anyways,
Nice.
started
All right.
kind of I was like I forgot to tell Christian about that idea
All
of
right.
why she would be more into that sort of stuff. Um, you were saying
He was
um
saying,
stuff about the mom
yes,
thing.
I was a little bit more down this year. My dad is weird, and My
Weird.
brother was upset with me, so I tried to just kind of stay out of you guys' way.
Weird. That's a word for
Your
what
parents
was
aren't
going
weird?
on. Huh?
Oh, he says no, nothing.
What did he say?
You said your parents aren't weird?
Oh, I mean, my parents are plenty weird, but
Not
that
weird in the evil way.
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay.
evil.
And she
But
says you can kind of see Professor Black at the front of class. All right, class. Today we are going to learn the new spell. Please pull out your wands and begin the motions. And she kind of does like a nice kind of gentle motion, much like just like a swish and flick, of course, of just motion. So can you just make me a magic roll for me?
let's roll it here.
13. Wow. Um, question for you. And this is something that I was gonna ask everybody else when we have a group session again. But if you had to pick a color for Sage's magic, like if you could imagine what Sage's magic looked like, if you had to pick a color for what it looked like, what color would it be?
A moment. I have to go to my Pinterest board for
One.
her. No, every time, we can't have a single session without it. Okay, let's see where. Hmm. It's hard.
It is.
Are
Tough
there
question.
is there a limit? Like, on what kind of colors it
What
can be?
colors it can be?
Mm-hmm.
I'll say no. Want to be rainbow?
Bruh. No, I didn't mean like limit on like the amount of colors. I meant like the color range. Like, like
Oh
it's
no 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 no
kind of like how it is in like
no. There's no limit.
my first impulse thing was red, but then I was like, that sounds kind of evil. So then I was like, maybe green, but then that doesn't really completely sort of vibes. But then black isn't real. So
There is black magic. I don't know if you remember when you guys faced off against what's her name from underwater.
mm-hmm.
She had that black gem.
Yeah. Um, I'd say maybe shades of. God damn it. No, that color's pretty. You know what? We'll just make it like that really like a light like sage green sort of thing.
Yeah, sage
This
green.
this
Nice.
can be the color palette of her sparks. Sure.
Nice.
Makes sense.
Oh, she's snoring a lot of shit. Sorry. As you kind of cast, you kind of do the motions and such, and with that 13, you pick it up immediately. As you're kind of what motion would you kind of make anything specific with the water? What would you kind of make it do? As you're kind of you make it come out of your wand, and you can kind of control the way that it goes or create anything.
Probably go to the Disney Channel logo. But I'll do maybe just like a spiral maybe. Um
Spiral?
Yeah, like,
She says, Miss Black, Professor Black says, "Well done, Sage. Oh my goodness, you have been practicing. See, somebody's been practicing their spells over the summer."
yeah.
Uh,
And
and
helping my
Felix,
sister a lot.
let me roll for Felix. See, Felix tries to cast, and he says, it kind of just drops to the. He tries to cast it, but like on the kind of the water like picks up for a second, like little droplets of it picks up, and then just. He says, "I'm not so good at charms. Can you show me that motion again?"
Oh, of course. Is it more so like his motion that seems off? Or like am I able to roll to tell it's off? Or is it obvious
Of
what's
course, yeah.
off?
Roll a mind roll, dude.
Oh, right. We'll do
I'll let you do this. Either you can choose mind or magic.
oh magic. In that case, 8.
8. With that 8, you can kind of see looking at more of the magical aspects of it. Um, One of the things that you kind of read about over the years is that when casting spells, it's very much you kind of have to believe. Um, Magic just isn't about saying the spell and doing it. You have to believe you can do it. You have to know that you can do magic. You're a wizard. And so that you can tell that kind of part maybe off. Is
Mm,
that like he just isn't really trying his all in a sense, and he isn't really believing in himself much in order to do this magic.
okay.
Oh yeah,
s-
Ember and Colton, you guys can add that spell to your spell list too. Sorry,
I thought we had all
if
of
you
this
guys
stuff.
are still here.
um, so Citrus be saying to him, is that a new wand?
Um, yes, I got it with my mother over the summer, and Ollivanders.
Uh, have you always had issues with, not issues, but struggled a bit with, magic, or has it just kind of been like a recent thing?
It's more charms. I'm better with hexes and defense against the dark arts. I'm not really a charms kind of guy.
Okay. Uh, well, I think that could be. I think you can be good at anything, really. You just have to kind of like try it again. So she would show him again how to do it and be like, like you can definitely do this. Just, yes.
He
I do believe in
okay.
magic.
Let's
Oh,
see if we roll again. I'm
s-
gonna give him advantage on this with that pep talk.
oh, the spell, by the way, Ember, is Aqua Eructo.
He picks up his wand again. Picks up his wand, does a little motion. uh, but he kind of does it, and you can see like the um he tries to go and he kind of picks up the water and does like a little motion around just kind of like does like a little circle in the air with it. Um, and Professor Black says, "Great job, Felix. Nice to see that you're doing better this year." And she says,
Aw.
"Thanks, Miss Black." He says, "Thanks, Sage."
Oh, no, it's all you.
He's, you don't mind? I actually have a favor to ask.
Okay,
Yes.
what is it?
I know that you're amazing at Quidditch and such, but I'm not that well. And I know they have some openings on the Slytherin team, and I want to try out, but I'm not the. My bad, not Slytherin team, Gryffindor team. Sorry. Um, I'm not the best, and I was wondering if you'd be willing to show me, I guess, help me fly or flying or scoring. I'm sorry, I don't know Quidditch much.
Quentin's also was going for the Quidditch team this year, right?
Quentin, I'd say that's unknown. He hasn't really said he's going to play Quidditch or not.
Yeah. Um, what position were you thinking of? Have you played it all in the past, or practice, or?
Uh, no, this being my first year at Hogwarts, I never fully played. Um, I didn't really play much when I was a child either. For the despise those type of things. So I didn't get much time to fly.
There's no harm in trying. I don't mind helping you out with it. After or if we have a break or whatever, before tryouts, um, what did I already ask? What position you were trying for? Sorry.
Oh, I actually don't know. There's positions.
This would be an actual thing she chose in. That's fine. um, yes, like multiple. um,
Oh,
what has you interested in it then?
I don't know. Uh, is Sage really interested in why he would be?
Yeah.
Make a mind roll.
Okay.
Or
I'm starting to think you
or
lied.
or maybe this will make a no, actually heart roll. Heart roll. Sorry, because you're trying to read in between the lines.
Yeah. Well, that's a 0 for me. Um, I believe him.
I actually say you don't really know why he's interested. I mean, never heard about him talk about it before, and then definitely Bass has never heard him talk about it before. So you can seem like it kind of just came up out of nowhere. Um,
What's fun?
so I say it's unknown. But he says, "So you want to meet later?"
I mean, it's so you don't know anything about the game, but you're interested in it, but you don't know the positions, and it's the day of, and tryouts start shortly after classes.
You got to see him like think inside of his mind, like, "Oh, this was a stupid idea." He says, "Yep, never mind. I'll I'll practice on my own. Don't worry."
Oh, you don't have to practice on your own. I mean, it's just, I mean,
It's a long shot.
huh?
He says, "It's a long shot."
Are you asking?
Yes.
Um, the longest shot, but um, but I mean, we're third years, and I don't know. Have you even flown on a broom?
What would you consider fly on a
Oh my god.
broom? The only reason I passed Quidditch last year's or flying last year was because my father. Well, I came in late in the year, and then my father had me do all those things. So Quidditch was kind of the least of everything. Our flying class was the least of things on everybody's mind.
Okay. Um, what if you work on it throughout the year and then year four, like you could try it out? Because I mean, there's so many things you have to do. You have to get the basics of flying maneuvers. You have to understand a lot of you have to understand the positions and what they do, and all of the patterns that you know that your house specifically might do, and
Yes,
you could get to know the
that,
teammates better as well.
that is true. Yes, I will work this year, and please don't say anything to Basilton. He already has enough of me, as it is.
Just Quidditch.
I know, but just please don't say anything to him. He says, "Will you still teach me a little of what you know? I, of course, would love to learn from the Angel of Ravenclaw."
I don't know how my house will feel about me coaching a Gryffindor.
Yes, I guess that's true. I mean, they don't have to know.
Oh my. Oh,
I could
oh,
do a favor for you.
oh, like.
He says, what would you like? What do you want?"
I don't know. Everything's been chill. I have nothing. uh,
Is there somebody you like to impress, or would you like to sneak into somewhere, or I could owe you a butterbeer at Hogsmeade?
um, how about I think about it before I commit to it?
You sure?
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Are you sure you want to push this? Oh my god.
Well, I appreciate it, and see, class is kind of ending now, as mostly you guys are just went in and tried to learn the spell that you guys were given to learn, and then you guys were kind of released after that. He says, and then you can see students are starting to kind of get up to head off to their next class. He says, "Well, thank you for teaching me the spell. And hopefully you can teach me Quidditch."
No problem.
All right, I'll see you later, Sage.
Alrighty. See you later.
Kind of gets off up and leaves as you leave as well.
Can
Um,
I run to
as
the
you kind of
bathroom real
head out,
quick?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
We'll take a break. Oh, hey Amber, hey Colton. Hope you guys are doing well and amazing. How are you guys this day going? Sorry, I got the chat on the TV. I'm good, just chilling. Nice. Why does Felix want to talk to Sage? Who knows? Genshin. Oh, hey Jojo. I'm getting my ass kicked in Genshin. No. Where's Chi at? She's supposed to be helping you out, dude. Oh no. I mean, who knows? I don't know I don't know what Felix's plans are. It seems like he has all seems like he's not just trying to fly, if you know what I mean. But we'll see. Just a nice kid. Just trying to learn some flying, you know? I need a haircut, dude. Freaking barber. My freaking barber is on vacation. So that sucks for me, but it is what it is. You want some Qatar content?
Yes.
Yeah.
No Katara in this household. But literally, that was so weird because I think before you even like mentioned Felix, I was like thinking, I was like, I wonder how like Sage would feel because like I feel like she's very observant of like how like people are feeling, and he's been in sad bitch hours for a while, and then you did something, and I'm like, all right, this is suspicious as fuck.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I have no clue.
Okay, sure,
Don't we?
sure, Mr. DM.
Don't we? We don't know. Huh. We don't know. All right, say bye, Liz. I'm going back to sleep. That's all I do. Just stare and sleep.
How old is she?
Freaking 3.
My dog does not do that. If I look at her, she just like pounces on me. It's clinically insane.
Oh, good girl. All right, bro. What's going on with your Wi-Fi, Ember?
I don't
All
know.
right.
It's all fucked.
All right. So as you leave class, can you make a mind roll for me real quick?
Wait, I just picked up my dice. Alright, mine is 10.
10. With the 10, you can see coming down the hallways, kind of flooded with students. You see just like a sea of black robes with, of course, accents of house colors: yellow, black, yeah, yellow, black, yellow, blue, green, red, all just kind of throughout the hallway. Um, you would see walking up the hallway, kind of towards you, is Neil. As he's kind of like, you can kind of see like, as he's walking, not walking like he's coming to talk to you, but just that's the way he was walking. Um, and you can kind of see some people, Neil, like off behind him as
No, it
he's just
literally be she would just fucking roll her eye. She's so over it. It's only happened 2 times and she's so done.
but you can kind of see like that he's not really worried about it. He's just walking, minding his business. Did you want to stop and talk to him?
Sure, she'd walk out and be like, are you really not seeing this?
Oh no, okay, let me call Caleb back real quick.
Okay.
All right, let's go, Joe. So as you're kind of walking up, you see Neil. He says, "What say, Warren? Would you repeat? I mean, what'd you say?"
Like, did you really not see that?
He says, "Me talking about." He
uh,
says, "So I heard you have practice today. I mean, not practice, tryouts, I guess.
there are tryouts, yes.
Are you going?"
To watch?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rose was
I
planning on
mean,
trying
you're
out,
going to be the
so
captain of the team one day, so I'm assuming that you go.
that's a. that's a jump, but I mean, I was planning on going. Anyways, I mean, yeah, it's my team, and then also Rose is trying out, so I was gonna watch. Why?
I was going to go as well. I mean, I always want to support Ravenclaw. Um, and I also wanted to invite you. I'm having the first night in the room of requirements tonight, and since school's back, if you wanted to come to that.
Usual shindig sort of thing, or is
Yes,
this
yeah,
something different? Okay.
yeah, usual.
That's tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go. Um, like translating like his voice, it's like coming in one ear and it's coming out as Neil. Make me feel better. I gotta like I need a healthy in between to keep normal. Um, or to keep it less Christian.
Mm.
It'd be funny if his voice cracked, but now he's kind of too old for it. His voice did crack a
So,
few times first couple years, right?
so you want to go play Quidditch?
Thank you. All right.
He says, so, you off to divination?
Not divination, silomancy. Come
Oh, yes, I
on.
forgot.
You? I
Uh,
have my schedule.
no, I remembered a little bit of it last year. I wasn't stalking you or anything. I just,
Okay. Think we're past that.
um, he says, I'm actually going to potions with Professor Blackstone.
Oh, Blackstone.
You know, Christian is in my year 4 class for
He's that
potions.
good at potions?
Oh, I mean, apparently,
Good thing that class is later in the day. It was
yes.
late. uh,
Um,
Slept in, but.
he says,
Um,
so, how did, um, he's like looking off, trying to like think of something to say. He's like, so, how did charms go? Yeah, charms. Yeah, how did charms go?
you know, the usual, nothing you haven't learned. Uh,
Yeah,
little
Professor Black.
aqua recto today.
Oh, nice. Said, hold on. He says, oh yes, I learned curriculum today.
What?
Oh, I learned curriculum. I learned curriculum later today.
What is that?
It's just a spell that produces red sparks. It's not much. I really want to learn something to
Oh,
do something. I
do
I want to learn
something
something to defend myself.
like Defense Against the Dark Arts stuff? Or like dueling stuff?
Yes,
You joined Dueling Club. I just started a bit ago and Colton's been in it for Baz has been in it for that's my first mistake. Baz has been in it for since he started here.
I don't know. Make a mind roll for me real quick. I'm gonna give you advantage. This is with the nail.
Oh, I don't need it. It's 11.
He says you can kind of tell that like you've known Neil for a while. And he's never like this. Like more quiet than he is sharing. So you can kind of tell like whatever he's talking about, maybe something happened, or
Um,
you can kind of tell something's off.
I remember you talking about this last year when we were talking when I was about to do the tournament and you were talking about um, what Bravia was and how much you wish like you could do stuff like that. Did something happen recently?
He says, "Do you trust me?"
Oh, always. What do you mean?
He goes to grab your hand, um, and kind of starts walking towards the Transfiguration courtyard.
Okay.
Do you follow, or
Yeah.
just let him?
Yeah.
Okay. He kind of grabs your hand as you're walking down the hallways. You get a lot of looks, eyeballs, like what the fuck.
We're always
Um,
doing dumb shit.
and as you guys, he says he kind of brings you out and takes you under that big tree in the corner. He says, "I know that you and your friends have had a lot of run-ins with dark wizards and such. Um, I got attacked this summer.
By dark wizards?
Yes.
While you were in America?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. They are wearing like golden masks. And they wanted something from my father. Or they, my bad, they were looking for my father. Good thing my father didn't come with us on the trip. He stayed at home, but
What does he
I,
do?
I did- he's, he works, he just has a muggle job. He's a teacher. But, I mean, he was, he knows Harry Potter. I don't know. He went to school with him.
What's Neil's last name again?
Do I have a last name for Neil? Um, I think I do. Hold on.
Someone's gonna have it in
Actually,
their notes. Because he's.
I think I do have a last name for Neil. Important people, important people.
Oh, he's important.
Important. I don't think I have a last name for Neil.
But he's important?
I just never thought of one. Neil.
Well, I got. No, it's gotta be someone related.
No, it doesn't have to be somebody related.
I guess it doesn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Young. Neil Young.
Okay. Tyson. Did you just make that up?
Yeah.
No, I was asking Colton if he was
What do
Tyson.
you say?
Neil Tyson.
Tyson. Neil Tyson.
Oh, Neil Tyson. When I said it.
Neil Tyson.
Oh, I feel
Um,
silly.
he says yes. My father. I mean, he just has a regular muggle job. He's a dentist. I mean, not dentist, a teacher.
Okay,
I don't know what's going on.
where
You
were
wouldn't
you?
happen. Where was I? Where what? At where was I?
Yeah.
New York.
Um, we didn't see actual mass people like in New York, right? It was in the
Well, yes,
right,
she. They were not. They were masked.
but it wasn't. Oh wait, it was
You
in New
remember
York.
in the
The people
church?
in the church. Okay, I'd fill him in on everything.
You would.
Yes.
Is there any specific things you would leave out?
Um, I'm scared. I would say there is. I would leave out the compass, but I would say like there is one other thing, but it's legitimately like it'll be dangerous if like you know about it or its
So
whereabouts.
it's okay. I can. I mean, you said you trust me, right?
I trust you. It's more so. It's not about like the trust part. It's more so about your safety and like making sure that
I'm
you're
a
okay.
fourth year. I'll be fine.
You were just expressing concern over not being able to
I
defend
was. That was one time, and I was attacked.
when you were attacked. What happened? Like,
Um, these. I was. So it was so crazy. Walking down the streets. And this guy. He was actually talking to my mother. He wanted to be like a tour guide for us, show us around, like 2 galleons. So she did it. Um, she showed us around. He showed us around, like walk down the street, and um, we passed this. We went into this magical Starbucks. I'm not sure. Um, then we went out and we were continuing down the street, and he kept badgering on about my father. Wanted to know where he is and where he worked and such, and why wasn't he with us? And I told him that he was not with us. He wasn't coming, and uh, he casted Expelliarmus on me and my mother.
And then what?
Um, I don't remember. I blacked out. And then we woke up on the side of the street. There was some homeless guy in a Spider-Man costume with Tim's on that uh, helped us get to where we was going. But if I just knew more defensive spells, I could have stopped him. Or if I knew somebody that could help, or it just seems like
I mean, there's not much you can really even do in the Muggle world, anyways. If you get caught with anything, you would have been expelled. You know, you're a student,
yes,
and
I get
so
it. I can't
I
cast magic outside of school either.
and so, but
You and then Hermione Granger shortly just got outvoted, and I heard this Augustus Moro guy is a real piece of work.
can I try to tell like if all of this is true? Not because I don't trust Neil, because I don't trust you.
Yeah, go ahead and make a mind roll.
uh, 10,
No, this would be a heart roll. This would be a heart roll.
then 9.
9. I mean, he sounds sincere. Doesn't seem like he's making any of it up, but then again, you never know with Neil. But it seems like he doesn't seems very sincere. Sorry.
Okay. Um, I was more so like interested in like what his like just a made up character more than Christian. I mean, I just know that I'm just really scared he's gonna make me trust someone, and then he's just gonna be like, yeah, all along they were they were helping the bad guy. And I'm just like, I've got trust issues, okay?
Understandable.
Sage doesn't. I do.
Um,
Right. Um, well, again, like, why don't you join the dueling club? Or if you're uncomfortable with that, I mean, I'm sure I could. I mean, I've been working on my magic stuff, but I mean, you're bound to know more stuff. But in dueling club, they're probably bound to teach you more things because you're older. But just join. Why don't you could join with me, or maybe Basilton can help.
question.
Yes.
What would you have said anything about Professor Moyer, or would you have said anything? Would you have just talked about New York?
Um,
Like what to the extent of things would you have told him? I guess.
I feel like okay, it would have taken a long. I feel like it's not realistic to have said everything
Yeah.
in that time frame. So I would bring up the New York stuff because it's very relevant, and then tell him that there's more I can tell him. It's just we have class soon,
Okay.
and so
Gotcha. He
maybe we
says
can
I
talk
can.
about it more during the match or something, or the
He says, yeah,
tryouts.
I can meet you at the tryouts.
Do think about dueling club or private lessons with me, and I'll talk to Baz about it. Whatever we decide.
Okay. Please don't tell him to laugh. I know
It's
I'm
okay.
like a fourth. I'm a fourth year and he's a third year, so.
You are interested in other things, and I don't think he'd laugh. This is you wanting to protect yourself from the same things that we've had to protect ourselves from. They're not good people.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. I will see you later. I have to get to potions, but I'll see you after for the tryouts.
Right?
Um, then he heads off. And I'm guessing you head off to Xylomancy?
Yep.
As you go in, of course, your professor, Professor Lysander, is a very old man, and he's standing at the door. Um, he says, "Welcome, Sage. Nice to see you again."
It's nice to be here again.
And you take your seats. When you go in, you notice there's only 4 people in this class.
Makes
You,
sense.
and you including being the 4 people.
Do I recognize any of them from like previous classes, even though I don't know them
I would,
personally?
I would say no. These are like 6th, 7th year students.
Okay. So before that.
You can see it's one Hufflepuff, one Gryffindor, and one Slytherin.
That's ominous. I don't like that thing. I don't like that. Attention.
But as you would you like take your seat and go sit down and stuff?
Um. Yeah, this is great.
He says yes. You say yeah and go sit down, and he kind of starts coming around, closes the door, starts coming around, putting like little twigs on each of your desk. Um, he says, "Well, Miss Sawyer, there is really no agenda for today. Please just touch it and see where your mind will take you."
Okay.
And as you touch it, is there anything specific that you're thinking about?
I think the masked people would still be on mind in the whole church incident.
Gotcha. Is there anything specific about that incident, or
Um,
I guess what are you looking for about the church, about the masked people?
wasn't this supposed to be? We weren't looking for anything. Just letting it happen. Um, I guess. I mean, Sage knows that like their primary goal is just to get the compass. So like, actually, I think what would be more pressing on her mind? Well, actually, oh, that's hard. I don't know. I'm caught between compass stuff and Hermione, and why they want someone
You want to roll for
as
it
an acquaintance of her. Or what?
and see which one you want to dive into?
Sure.
Roll, dude.
Anyways, uh, it's gonna be about compass and Hermione. Her kind of like,
Her connection to it.
um. I think she's just like curious about like what are we supposed to do now? Because she said she was gonna get in contact with us again. It was kind of like, um, I mean, yeah, her connection to the compass and kind of like what its purpose is. Be just a compass. No, we need to know more about Hermione. There to Mimi.
Say it one more time.
I was listening to the audio. I just finished the book for like a bit ago, and it was what's his face from Durmstrang that calls it Eremimi. Oh, I don't have to roll.
No. As your vision, gets blurry and changes, you are suddenly within the ministry. You're at the Ministry of Magic. Um, and it looks like what whoever, because when you have your vision, you take on the POV of somebody else.
Yeah.
Um, so you're kind of sitting at whoever you are, you're sitting at a desk, in an office, very much like Umbridge's office, where she has her desk, and then she has her own little private office, and then a room, and then a door at the front of the front room, whatever. And you're kind of looking like as you're kind of watching. Of course, you can't control anything that's happening. You're just
Mm.
kind of watching. Um, but you're whoever you are, you're folding. It is a they're look whoever you are. You're sitting at the desk and you're looking at a just blank Manila folder. And as you open, the lid to it, you would see a list of names. And at the top of it, you would see Order of Dreams. Um, you would see just like basically like mugshots. And then it would be either stamp. It would be a red stamp on the first one. The first person that would just kind of pull up on the mugshot of this file. I explained this all wrong. I'm sorry. You're looking at a folder, and you're looking at like people's files in a sense. Like if Sage Sawyer had a file in there, there'd be a picture of her. There'll be some information on
Okay,
her
so
and
not
whatever the case may be.
mugshots.
Yeah, when that's
Okay.
what I meant when I said mugshot. Sorry.
Like wizard info.
Yes. And as you open it
They're
up,
called.
you would see it. What do you say?
I was like trying to remember what they were called.
Oh. Um. You would see on the top of the Manila folder, the order of dreams. Um, and you would see the first kind of peep wizard profile folder or whatever the case may be, somebody's profile would be like this guy, older gentleman. Um, location. It has a location part and it says unknown. And then it would be stamped. There'd be like a red stamp on it that says deceased. Um, his name would be Fergus Flintwood. And then it seems like whoever you're looking in, whoever's eyes you're looking into, um, would be they would flip to another person, and then the next person would be Angus Nottingham, and theirs would be stamped deceased as well. Basically, this person starts whoever you're controlling starts going through a lot of these files. Every file that she's pulling is deceased. Then she gets to Cassius Moore, and it is red stamped unknown.
Okay.
Um, you get to Caleb Black. It's red stamped with a green stamp. Location found.
Are there dates on this?
Um, you do not see any dates. Yeah, I would say you are unable to tell.
Yeah, it's gotta be between the disappearance and now, so like in the last year.
And you would see as whoever you're controlling, there's will be a knock at the door. The voice, whoever you're controlling, says, "Come in." And you see Ron Weasley enter. Hermione, I need you to hide. I need you to hide this real quick. Come on, come on. We have to hurry. They think I'm down at the Department of Mysteries, but I had to come and show you this. He will pull out the silver compass, and I guess you can tell who you are now. You're
Yes.
Hermione Granger. He will pull out the silver compass and be like, "I need you to hide this." It was I don't have much time to explain, but we pulled this from Baron Grimm. He is looking for this implicitly.
For who?
He got this from Baron Grimm.
There. Okay.
He's looking for this implicitly. He's already started gathering followers. He's much farther than we could have imagined. I overheard some people downstairs talking. Um, the uh, the redheaded girl that you told me to follow and keep a track on. Yes, they're meeting. Um, other members. There's more people joining his cause. We need to get this controlled. You're probably going. Just let you know, you're probably going to be outed. You're probably going to be outed, and um, I have no clue, no idea when the next time I'm gonna see you is. Um, and she seems like she's just taking in a bunch of this information. And she says, Ron says, please kiss the kids for me. I have to go. Harry's waiting, but I will contact you when I know it's safe. I love you. Um, and then Ron, you can see Ron kind of open the door and look to his left and right, and close the door behind him as he disappears out from the office. You can see with the Hermione, you can see Hermione like kind of looking at the compass a bit in a golden inlay. And then she simply opens her desk drawer and puts it in and closes it back. Then you hear another knock at the door, and who enters is Nick Sandra. She says, hello, Mr. Magic. Could I? Sorry, I don't want to do this. Hey, May and Samuel, can you please come in here? You can see two oars come into the office behind Nick Sandria. And Nick Sandria says, I'm so sorry. We need to search your office. Please, can you vacate, please? And the vision ends there as you kind of come back into the POV of Sage.
Isn't Alexandria dead?
I don't know.
Okay.
As you kind of come back into oh damn, I forgot Chi Chi was gone this whole time.
It just like popped out like 2 minutes ago.
Oh. Um as you would kind of come back to, you feel a little lightheaded, a little discombobulated. And the Professor Lysander kind of comes up to you like, so what did you see, my dear?
Fuck. We usually share this. I feel like we usually share this.
You're asking, do you guys usually share your visions?
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, sometimes.
Um, she put up her hand and be like, I'm still coming. I'm still
You were in
getting
there
my
for 30
bearings.
minutes, my dear.
Is class over?
And you can see everybody up around you is already gone.
I'm good. I just need a moment. Thank you. Is there a way to get out of this to like not have this be so intense? When is it gonna get easier?
You said what?
When is it gonna get easier to like come out of this?
Where's Kiki at? I mean, my bad, Kiki, not Chi Chi. Where's Chi Chi at? Oh, there she goes.
Trying her best.
I'm sorry. But he says, well, of course you don't have to share, my dear, but try to make sure you're okay. You've been there for a very long time.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
Well, class is dismissed. You have a good one. If you ever
Yes.
have any more questions about your abilities, I will always be here.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course, dear. And he kind of ushers you out the class while he's like limping on one leg. And then he closes the door behind you as you leave. What does Sage want to do now?
Is there any other? Is that the only class?
Yeah, I say your classes are done for the day.
How is it?
About 12:50, almost 1.
Should probably grab something from the Great Hall to eat and then go out
Head
to
off
the
to
Quidditch
Quidditch
fields.
pitch. Yes. And as you kind of go, you would see Rose headed out the front door of the school down to the Quidditch pitch. She's kind of walking out there in her like robes and a broom in her hand. She doesn't seem to see you though.
Alright. It's fine.
I'm just gonna let her. I'm just gonna slowly walk behind her, just looking
Oh,
at her.
I
the whole
thought it
time.
was like I was like going into the cafeteria, not the cafeteria, the Great Hall, and like notice her walking out towards.
Yeah. So my bad. So yeah, you kind of. We'll say it happens like that. Yeah, you kind of. She's coming out the Great Hall, headed down to the Quidditch pitch while you're going in the Great Hall.
She probably like, just snag like a couple of things of like bread and then just kind of like
Dip out.
jog to catch up to her and so that she can introduce her to the captain.
Okay. And you would see the captain is still the same captain from last year. She's a 6th year, well, 7th year now. She was 6th year last year. It's Lily. I think I said her next name is Campbell, Lily Campbell. And she's kind of sitting. All right. Let's get it together. Who's going to make the Quidditch team this year? I don't know. Probably none of you. All right. And she says, "Are we still waiting on a couple?" You see Rose kind of hurries up and runs down. Oh, hey, Glenn.
Hello.
What's
Hi.
going on, dude?
Nothing much. I just saw you guys were here and wanted to come say hi.
Hello.
Oh, hey.
It sounds like y'all are doing a session though. I didn't realize that's what was
Oh,
going
it's
on.
okay.
Sorry.
It's
You're
okay.
good. You want to hang out and chill? You can hang out and chill,
I
dude.
thought you were like having Lily talk to Glenn. I was so confused.
Like you just called me in.
I'm just like, I was like, that's what? Okay. Whew.
Yes, I'm sorry. I just wanted to come say hi. So
Oh,
hi,
you're
you
good.
guys.
You can hang out and listen in if you'd like to. Oh shit!
Oh,
The
wow,
whole
we got-
gang is coming in here.
Great.
Hey, Glenn. What is
Colton.
going on, guys?
Hi. Pretty much just since she hopped in, I thought I'd hop in.
Hello, guys. What's going on, man?
I have been listening the entire session, so
So you know what's
Nice.
going. You heard my vision thing. That's good.
I did.
I'm confused.
If you noticed when you asked who, I replied with my papa. Just like
I did because I heard him. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's him. I didn't hear the first name, so I was like really confused. Papa.
Wow. I will leave you
Papa.
guys to yourselves and I'll go pull up the stream and be nosy. Okay.
Okay.
do you want to hop into gaming?
Bye you guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye. Have
guys.
fun.
Bye.
Have fun.
LOL. Oh my gosh.
Who's got an impromptu session? Yay!
Hey, Ember.
I think
going on?
I think your mic is usually like hooked in the beginning.
Delayed.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Ember.
Hi. I was a
you?
bit late because the stream is a bit laggy and all my
Oh no, you're good. You're
um,
good, dude.
good. I'm good.
How are you?
Good. I was really
Nice.
bored, so I'm really glad you guys are doing the session and streaming because I was really bored. And when I hopped into Liz's stream and she was like, "We're doing a one-on-one session," I was like, "Oh, good."
Sick. Yeah. Hell yeah.
I just wanted to pop in because everyone else was in. But
Oh yeah, that was funny. Aaron didn't realize what was going on.
Yeah, Erin didn't know what was going on, so she was like, "Hey, what's going on?"
You thought we were
I
like
was
hanging
like,
out
"Oh."
gaming or something, probably.
Yeah, it was like, let me jump in on this. Everyone
Nice.
joins Tread, but I'll let you guys continue, and I will watch.
All right.
Yay.
I think Colton and Aaron hopped in the gaming chat if you want to go hang out with them.
Oh, okay. I will actually, because I am gaming.
Nice, nice.
So.
I'll be triple gaming now.
All right.
Okay, bye. Have good session.
Bye. Ooh. Alrighty. Hey, Talon. But as you continue or go down to the Quidditch pitch, she says, she kind of looks in is to see if anybody's coming, and Rose kind of comes down the hill, onto the Quidditch field. Um, and I guess shortly behind is you, kind of
Little catch
behind
up
her.
to her.
Yeah. Oh, you want to catch up to her before she gets down there?
I was jogging.
Yeah, you can jog to catch up to her. She's kind of just walking down. She says, "Oh, no, she doesn't sound like." She says, "Hey, what's
It's
up?"
like, why does she sound older than me?
Yeah.
What'd she say?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, just thought I'd introduce you to the captain, you know?
She says, "Please don't embarrass me."
Have you not heard, like, anything?
No, what am I supposed to hear?
I've been on the team since last year, you know that, and,
I mean, I know you've been on the team, but there's a lot of people on the team.
yes, but I am a very good keeper for this team. I
Okay,
just thought I'd introduce you. Why are you being so weird about it?
I just don't want to be embarrassed.
What would be embarrassing?
Because Mom introduces me all the time to people, and she always embarrasses me, and I thought that she might do the
I'm
same.
not mom.
Okay, fine, let's just go.
Don't say anything embarrassing, I promise.
And you guys kind of walk, and you see there's like a small kind of circle of Ravenclaws on the field right now. As Lily kind of stands at the front of the group with her hand on her shoulder. She says, "Oh, look who it." She says, "Oh, look who it is. Sage and
This is
sister."
this is my little sister, Rose, yes.
"Oh, are you going to be a keeper too?" She says, I don't know. Maybe." She says, Sage, or not, she says, "Sage, it's like you might have some competition."
We'll see.
She becomes a keeper too.
We'll see. I'm excited for have fun.
All right, pick you up after. I'll pick you up after school.
No, we just kind of like push her to the other students. Be like, all right, bye. Good luck.
And I'm guessing you head off and go up to the stands.
Yeah, like
You can kind of see Neil just standing there. "Wow, your sister." And as you kind of approach him, he says, "Wow, your sister looks just like you."
yeah, we get that all the time. She hates it.
He says, do you think that do you think she'll be a keeper?"
I mean, I didn't know she was gonna go for that. But you know, they didn't even have me do the tryout, so it would probably be second string if I just wasn't able to make a game or got hurt. So that's fine.
Sure, I guess so.
And she's a first year. I don't want her to get too much.
He says nobody can. He says nobody can compete with the Angel Ravenclaw.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Oh, you guys kind of sit down and watch as they start practice and see Rose start flying and stuff like that, and they're running like little small flying maneuvers and all that good stuff. Nothing too crazy. So he says, he kind of looks. He says, "So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, about Elia. There was something else you wanted to say?"
Yeah. So she wanted to do like more of a. I guess we can still talk. I can still. So to go into a deeper dive, I know you've heard stuff about, my friends and I in our first couple of years here, and all the chaos that was last year. And how? What are your thoughts on Professor Moyer, by the way?
Oh, he's great. He taught me my first Expelliarmus, so he's amazing.
Perfect. All right, so she would tell him. So there's more you should know about him. So she would tell him all about that sort of stuff and how he went missing, and then we were still in contact with him and everything.
You're still in contact with him?
Yeah, not like directly anymore. It's Professor Black. We talked to talk to him.
Wait, why does Professor Black why is it Professor Black in contact with Professor Moya?
They're kind of like,
Oh, they're together.
I think. I mean, that's what we've heard. He's just like staring at me. So, but so he was kidnapped. He wasn't like, he didn't like run away or anything like that, and then I guess it had something to do with this like these mass people. So she would tell him all the details about like the organization, the World of Dreams, and all this chaos, and that about the teacher, and that wasn't really our teacher, and what else
Wow.
is there?
You've had an eventful 2 years.
And you know that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Just some details. But
Well, you'd probably be the perfect. Why don't I just ask you instead of going to talk to Baz? I mean, you seem like the perfect person to ask for training and such.
I guess I would go through my phone just to password. Yeah, I guess I. Oh, yeah. Whatever works for you. It's just, it was worth. Yeah, I mean, he's just a little better than I am, but he's been doing it longer. He's a little.
I mean, his mother is a
Overlooked
famous
it.
duelist, so that makes sense.
True. More like you, where I kind of would rather just talk it out, but
Yeah.
sometimes you can't, and that's why we do this.
Yeah, I guess makes sense. I mean, you can't knock a hustle, right?
What?
Sorry, it was an American term. I learned that over the summer. Can't knock a hustle, if I'm saying that right.
Knock a hustle?
Knock a hustle. I'm sorry.
Is this an actual thing?
Yeah, can't knock hustle. Can't knock the hustle.
Oh my god!
Can't
You
knock the
learned that in
hustle.
New York?
Yeah.
She was asking, you learned this in New York or something? I've never heard of this, but I'm sure
Yes,
it's
there was
real.
plenty of people saying it in New York, and they had a very weird accent.
I got that.
There's like this one cool guy I met, Christian. I'm not the Christian here, but like there's like he was like a dungeon master and such. He was so cool. Oh my gosh. We played video games all day, and then I showed him magic and such. It was a ball.
You should have Muggle magic.
But he says, yes, I heard it in New York, and
But anyways, what does it
I
mean?
wanted to ask you something. What do you think about Hermione Granger, the Minister of Magic?
I mean,
Ex-Minister of Magic.
I've always looked up to her. What about you? What do you?
thought
How do
she
you
was-
feel about-
I thought she was amazing, but there's students around the school saying that she's a fraud and a cheat. That
After all she's done.
I mean, she made elves feel welcomed in Wizarding Society. I mean, a lot of people hate her for it. There's been a lot of people trying to get. I mean, I've heard over various years while I've been here that she's a bad Minister of Magic. I never thought so. I mean, she's pretty nice every time I talk to her, but I don't know.
No, my thoughts are have always been positive about her. Is there anyone around us? Like she kind of like look around.
No, you guys are alone in these stands right now.
I actually met up with her
Really?
before the second task.
You just meet up with the Minister of Magic, and
It just happened. I got a letter. Me and Glenn got a letter, and we
How come you didn't say anything? I would have left you alone a little bit if I knew you were talking to the Minister of Magic.
You left me alone. Why? What does that
Well, I
have to
mean,
do
you
with
guys
anything?
focus on the Minister of Magic things. I don't know. I've never talked to her.
It wasn't anything like super. I mean, now it's getting a little stressful because I don't know where she is or what she's doing. But she wanted us to get this. You know, how I was talking about earlier about this thing that like I was hesitant to tell you about because I didn't want to put you in danger or anything. Well, she asked us to get that thing, and we got that thing, and one of us has it. I don't remember who, honestly. Sage is on. No, remember which of the two. But then she's. I don't remember. I mean, I don't know if we were supposed to. I don't know if she was. We were waiting for her to contact us, but I know she's probably really under the radar right now. And so we're just holding on to this very wanted object, and I was practicing about it. And I was practicing Xylomancy today in class, and turned out that Ron brought it to her, and it was just so confusing because then, you know. She'd ask him about Nixandria if he's heard anything about Nixandria.
You're gonna ask Neil?
Yes.
He says, I mean, I personally don't know,
Yeah.
but you know Xylomancy, right?
Yeah.
I heard there was some sorts of prophecy about some Order of Dreams and such. I don't know, some 7th year was talking about it.
So you knew about Order of Dreams before this conversation?
No, I don't know what it is.
But you've heard of it?
I mean, I've heard a little bit about it. They're thieves and liars.
It's like, to Sage's knowledge, Nixandria is dead, right? After she was turned into a Gorgon?
Yeah.
I was just under the assumption that she was dead.
Nixandria?
Yes.
He says, oh, you thought she was dead.
Isn't she?
Don't know. I mean, I've never heard of her a day in my life.
Hold on. Well, if you do hear anything, please keep an eye out for that name.
Yes.
But this all ties into stuff with Gaz's father and all of the stuff that's been going on with him. And you know, just everyone's desperate to get their hands on this compass, and it's just I don't know how to get it back into right hands. And
Have you tried using it? I mean, if you wanted it so bad, I mean, had to have done something. Probably more than just a compass if it's so important, right?
Of course, but I haven't personally. I never touched it even. I don't think. Cause like even do like Xylomancy shit. Who does currently have it?
Fast.
Okay. I guess we can talk about it, about messing with this time, or at least using Xylomancy. I can use Xylomancy on it and get more direct. I mean, even if we don't like actually use it, you know, because it could be dangerous, you know, like I don't know. That I can get a better understanding of what it is or does.
So you can just touch things and learn more about them.
Yeah, wanna try?
He says, sure. And he puts his hand. Are you actually going
I'm
to...
gonna try.
I don't, does it work on people? I don't know.
Or
I
you
mean,
can give
look.
me an object of his. I don't know. If it doesn't work like that, I'll let you do your little search because I will not share any results probably. Let me look at my notes a bit. The clocks.
I would say no, it doesn't work on people. So I've kind of
Yeah.
changed the rules a bit to where, because originally it's only supposed to work on twigs,
Twigs, yeah.
but I've altered that because I think like, how often are you gonna find twigs? You know.
Yeah.
So I've altered that bit. So I'll say you touch them and you don't feel anything.
Okay, what if maybe she wouldn't do that, but like she would be like this, but like and you can hand me something that you maybe you have any sort of attachment to, or
Uh, he pulls out his wand.
I knew it. I was hoping it would be the one. All right, so she'd take his one.
Roll magic for me.
Plus 7 plus 2 to divination. Yes. 9.
You would say 9, and you would not say sorry. I said you would say 9. So with that 9, let me just play some music here.
I'm very curious of what's gonna say. I was thinking like it would be cute, and I was like, I wonder what kind of thing is would what kind of memory it would be.
What are you looking for, anything specific, or just kind of whatever pops up?
I think whatever pops up. I mean,
Gotcha.
something. I mean, definitely something like Sage definitely wouldn't like obviously like know
No.
about it.
Yeah.
So to prove like or just to show an example, to like show him like, yeah, it's as simple as this. You know, I learn things.
Oh, let me turn this air down. Okay. As you kind of, the last thing you would hear is Neil saying, "Whoa!" as your
I
eyes
knew this
roll
was
in the
coming.
back, as your eyes roll in the back of your head. It's, but as you kind of peer into Neil's memories or something of Neil's, the first thing that you kind of go to is his it's his childhood. Neil, you see Neil in Nocturne Alley on the side of the street. Um, you can see Neil, and I'll kind of just summarize this for you. You can see Neil basically being handed, was basically like a runner boy in a sense, like an information boy. Basically, Neil was on the side of the street, just kind of sitting there, and an older wizard walked up to him and was like, "Hey, go take this down there. And he said, he says, here. He kind of heard the old wizard pull out some galleons in his pocket and give it to Neil. And Neil kind of takes it and runs down the street. He, he goes, and he would
You
take
have the perfect chance to be able to do his voice again.
yes, sir. And he would take the take the piece of paper, and the kind of synopsis that you get of Neil throughout his childhood, because I want to skip to like older parts as well, but is that Neil worked on the Nocturne Alley. You haven't seen any parent throughout his childhood as you kind of scale memories in a sense. You haven't seen any parents. You haven't seen anything. But what you do see is Neil kind of seeing this older gentleman who he kind of worked for as his father in a sense, a father figure at least. And then Neil kind of got older and older, um, as he was still helping this older gentleman. You can see Neil going to Ollivander's the first time and getting his wand. He destroyed the whole shop before he found the right wand. Usually it's about 3 or 4 wands before he gets the right one. Neil's was more like 10 wands before he found the right one for him. Skip to another memory of him riding the Hogwarts Express to Hogwarts. He's just sitting in a cabin by himself. Not really talking to much people. And then you can see him at Hogwarts his first or second year of him actually going to a gambling night, hosted by an older student. You can see the older student. You can see Neil is really good at dragon's chess. My bad, wizard's chess. And she's going through and beating people and such. And the kind of host, the older kid, is teaching him, being like, hey, come on, just follow what I do. And he starts showing Neil kind of like the back and forth information and such of what to do. This is how I do it. This is the days we do it. Don't anything. He says, don't say anything to anybody about it, or we will get caught. And Neil says, okay, sounds good. I won't. I won't say anything. I promise. And then you can kind of fast forward to older years. When Neil's about a third year, second year. And Neil you can see Neil sitting at the Ravenclaw table and seeing yourself go up to sit on the stool for the sorting hat. As you get sorted into Ravenclaw, you can see Neil, as you're in like the POV of Neil, you can see yourself walking through the halls of Hogwarts, and Neil kind of, while you're not paying him any much attention, he's kind of like looking at you as you walk by. Then you see the moment that you met Neil, where he, I think it was you and Baz and Glenn, and him asking for, you kind of hear him say himself to his mind, this is my moment, this is my chance. And then he says, and you can hear the part where Neil says, then you have to go with me to the winter solstice ball. Then just other moments of you. You switch to a specific moment of him watching you fly past on a broom in the Quidditch pitch, while he's kind of sitting in the stands cheering you on. You going down and picking up his glasses for him and such. Just various things like that. You can tell that overall, you can tell that Neil's had a very hard life. From what you saw, you haven't seen any parents at all. You haven't seen any siblings. Only this man that he kind of saw as a father figure, on the streets of the Nocturne Alley, to kind of show him life. So it's almost touching that for somebody with such a hard life, to be as sweet as Neil is. Then you kind of come back as your eyes kind of roll back and you're sitting next to older Neil. He says, are you okay?
That's so sad. so sad.
The sweetest people have the darkest secrets.
She would kind of have like literally like me. She would probably have like tears in her eyes and hand him back his like wand, and um, is it intentional that like his mother wasn't in there? Because he talked about his mother to Sage, and like
You can tell that. I mean, you saw all his memories, and he didn't mention a mother at all.
he didn't see her.
I mean,
Okay.
you didn't see a mother at all.
Like there was an absence. There was a dark absence. Okay.
So, I mean, he could have been lying to you just to make himself look better, or whatever the case may have been.
Saw a lot more than I thought I was going to.
Are you alright? If you your eyes like fuck. Says says are you alright? Your eyes
I
got
just
weird. Yeah, it creeped me
yeah.
out.
Oh, it creeps you out. Good.
I'm sorry.
Good.
I'm sorry. It was.
It
I've never
creeps
seen you do that
everyone out.
before.
It's fine.
You see somebody's eyes roll the back of their head. I mean, and you think like, what the hell? But sorry. I mean, what the crap? But you just do that on a regular day basis? I mean, that's doesn't
Not
hurt.
every day. I mean, like it's a bit to come down from. But I've been practicing and it's getting a little bit easier. Blah blah blah. But anyways, I didn't. I always figured that that I don't know, that things were a bit difficult for you, but I didn't realize that like that there was so much I don't know, of it, how much it tied back into, your childhood and everything, and I really hope I feel almost bad that I saw as much as I did, but I did see a bit of your childhood was kind of like, and your first few years here and things like that.
You see, when you say childhood, he kind of recoils in on himself a bit. Um, he says, I, I'm sorry that you had to see that."
Oh no! And she'd take his hand and be like, "It's okay. I'm sorry that you went
You see the
through
moment
that."
he touch his hand, he like bright red.
She probably would. At him getting embarrassed, she'd probably get a little bit embarrassed, but she'd be like, "It really, like, that's not in your control, like, at all." And I didn't. I mean, the fact that you trusted me with something that is obviously so. You didn't tell me, but even a wand is very personal to you, and it's kind of a part of you, and I feel like it showed me a lot of things that maybe, because wands are kind of like alive, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Like they have like kind of so like maybe it was intentional, I guess, but also I don't want you to feel like I invaded your privacy a bit, but
No,
don't be sorry.
I don't feel like you invaded my privacy at all. Well, the eye thing was a bit weird. I think
Cover that.
I think it's amazing that you can do that. I wish I had something as cool as that.
You've done a lot, and a lot of people wouldn't be where you are today, if things that have happened. You said earlier that you were with your mother in New York and you went backpacking with your family and stuff. Why would you say that? No one's gonna judge you if, like, you don't say those things, I guess. I don't know.
He says, I'm sorry. I lied to you. I kind of like looks down or looks. He like takes a second and like kind of looks just like off at the castle in the distance. Then looks back. I don't have a mother or father. I just have Angus. Um, my I don't know much, but from what I was told, my mother and father were killed by Voldemort.
Angus? Like Angus Nightingham?
No,
Okay. Thank God. That man's dead. um, sorry, what was that? I was so like, oh no.
he says no. My parents were killed by the Dark Lord Voldemort. He was supporters of Dumbledore and his uh they were supporters of his. So uh yeah. I'm sorry I had to lie to you.
You, I don't. I understand why you felt like you needed to, but I just want you to know that you. I mean, I've always. I don't know. You don't have to do that. Is all I'm saying. Is I'm not going to judge you. I mean, I haven't yet. Uh. So far, and if anything, knowing this about you has made me feel like I understand a bit better, you know? And and it helps me better know the kind of person that you are and why you do the things that you do. Like kind of like how you want to know things about people, and you know, if you're telling me things that are different than what has actually happened, then am I really knowing the real you then?
Guess not.
Not to berate you or anything. I just
No. I
really want to convey that I want to know the real you. That even the sad or things that you're ashamed of that aren't even shameful things, but you know, talking about these things with people that you're close to, um, it should feel like it's safe, and then you can hear like words of like, you know, if then you can hear the words of like, you know, these are not things to be ashamed of. That's a really tough life. I'm sorry you went through that. I wouldn't understand it at all, but I can imagine.
he kind of stops and not stops, but just takes a second to kind of process. He says, "Thanks. Yeah, my favorite moments are here at the school.
I can
I
tell.
mean, this is where I formed the club and learned magic. I met you and Quentin." He kind of says just to kind of go off of that part. He says, I don't have. I'm a person that everybody wants to know me because, of course, I run the club, but nobody really wants to know me, if that makes sense. Sorry if that doesn't make sense.
It makes sense. I
Um,
definitely can understand feeling that way. I mean, people don't like me at this school because of my personality or anything.
yeah,
But they do.
Cassandra girl. He says, by the way, did you ever find out what's going on with that Cassandra girl?
No. Have you heard anything?
Yeah, which is weird.
Why?
I mean, I know a lot. I hear a lot of things.
You were the one that told me about it.
By the way, last night when you when you had said what you said, uh, what did you exactly mean by that?
Um. This is where I get embarrassed.
It's just me and you right here, Liz.
And 5 others. um. I need to find my notes of what I was gonna say. Um.
You got this. Hey. Look, Liz.
The baby, the starry baby. Okay, I'm a general. So, uh, um, ah,
It's all right.
it's,
Take your
I know,
time.
it's okay. Should be like, should take a really deep breath. And like, it's, um,
He says we don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
I mean, I was the one who brought this up last night. When it's, I mean, before it felt kind of silly. It was just like, you, I kind of didn't really know my place in this school for a long time, and you made me feel like I, like you told me, like you don't, you, when I asked you, like you were very blunt, you said that you just noticed me, that I was, you know, good at my schoolwork and, you know, and that, and doing well, and like Quidditch, and, um, I was just pretty and things like that. But but not only that, like you have consistently stuck around to kind of learn about me, and I mean, I mean, it's yes, of course, I'm sure you know that, um, and definitely confirmed when my little vision thing. But anyways, like I was saying, over the summer I did a lot of thinking, soul searching, and like thinking about like my feelings. With all the distance between us, it made me realize that like my feelings run deeper than just friendship, and I want to and and more than not wanting to lose, I mean, I definitely don't want to lose you in my life if it comes to that. I just want to make it past friendship. She just kind of trails off, and
And when you say past friendship, his face
I know
instantly goes
she'd be
fucking
like,
red.
I know, and it's just like, but she would take his hand again and just kind of double down and be like, "You've shown me, I've learned a difference about a different side of you, and it's really touched me. It's the way that you've grown and the person you've become, and I mean, over the last couple of years, I just see you in an entirely new light than when we first started our friendship. And that comes from having such, those. I mean, I've always heard that it's better to start these things with as like friendships, but
He puts his hand on your hand when they're talking.
but I just cannot but I do want to be uh I wasn't going to say anything at first, but then I was just seeing how like it I felt so uncomfortable seeing how other people look at you now. It's like the second like you've changed, it's like now everybody like noticed you. And I mean, more than that, I mean, I'm sure like it was just like you said, very frustrating last year to, and I don't know, it just I got really anxious that maybe you were backing off because you felt frustrated by that it wasn't reciprocated, and I just wanted to let you know as soon as possible that it is reciprocated if it's still reciprocated.
He smiles like deeply,
It's stupid.
and he says, "Of course."
Like myself on fire.
Uh, he says, "Thank you. I honestly thought I annoyed you for a bit.
You did.
I'm sorry."
But I don't know, again, I'll let you go on. Sorry, I already said everything I needed to say. But
He says, so are we like boyfriend and girlfriend now? Or?
oh my god.
So I'm just playing. He says you don't have to say it like that. I appreciate it. I don't know if you know, but I've always liked you.
I know.
Okay.
It's I don't again, I'm still young, but I no, as a kid she wouldn't say I'm still young. She'd be like, I was young, I'm stupid. And
Yeah.
I wasn't used to having any sort of attention at all, and I was just so focused on everything else, and it was just
That's a black potions class. Yes, and yeah, like no,
and,
you mean everything else, right? Yeah.
and all the hecticness that was going on. I'm sure you can see why it was
Hard.
difficult. And I and over the summer everything calmed down so much, or I guess the last months of school did as well. It's been a while, but like it things calmed down and I was able to catch up mentally.
I understand. Jesus, thank you for telling me this. I appreciate it. And I got my hair cut too. I don't know if you noticed.
I did. And
Thanks.
every girl in
Thank
the school has noticed too.
Really?
Yes.
Because, wow. I mean, yeah. Wow. That's weird. But they probably just went into the gambling club. I'll just ask them to come tonight and we'll see what happens.
What?
I just asked the girls to come to the gambling club and so probably leave me alone. Then they probably just want to come to the gambling club. That's why they're calling my name. Usually that's what people do when they want to get invited. All right.
She's not being good about it. Me as a player, I'm being like, okay, sure. But say she's a bit jealous.
But he says, all right, well, I have to go to Care of Magical Creatures with Hagrid, but will I see you tonight?
Yeah.
All right, should we hug?
Why do you ask these things? You can just You don't have to ask. That's what I'm just gonna say, and then she'll hug him.
And
Snap
then
this
he
pencil.
hugs you back. And that's where we're going today's session. Liz, you get 2 inspiration points that you can use anytime in the campaign.
What does this mean?
You know what inspiration is?
I forgot.
Inspiration is like if the DM can only give it, but it's basically like if I feel like you did some good role playing, or I feel like you did something good or something that I like, I can give you inspiration, and basically it's something you can use throughout the entire campaign if you have the points. But basically any role that you make, it doesn't matter what role it is. You can, if you roll bad or you don't like the role, you can spend that inspiration to re-roll it.
Okay.
So you can either use those 2 or keep them. They can go throughout the entire campaign, but you have 2 points of inspiration.
Okay. Okay. So a point is a reroll.
Yes.
Okay.
2 re-rolls. Just think of it like that. On any roll, doesn't matter what it is.
Okay.
Even if I say I don't feel like you can use it, you better tell me no. I got an inspiration. It's
No,
different.
I got my
bitch.
gold star and I'm using it.
Yeah. Oh, you did great.
Uh, the silent clapping.
What's your favorite part of today's session?
It was okay. I didn't say it was okay, but silence is so frustrating. That's all I have to say.
It is.
At least that first one. The second one was really wholesome, and okay. At first, I thought it was gonna be the Helix stuff as it was, but then it was getting really super sus, and I was like, and like me thinking about like how Sage was feeling during that conversation, it sort of started to feel like he was making an excuse to like talk to her or like hang out with her more, and her immediate thought was, oh god, what is like either like, you know, it's either for bad intentions because she doesn't know if she trusts him yet, and they've never spoken really before. Two, this happened before with Neil, where she was asked to do something, and she didn't want like any sort of like drama happening, so she kind of just that. So that was fun. But it was really nice seeing the real like Neil history. It was
Yeah.
that was. Did you already have that? Like
Yeah. I had that one loaded up.
it's so sad he lied about it. I'm gonna cry.
I mean, if I think of, I read this saying once where like the nicest people in the world are like some of the most darkest people in the world. To where like so I always imagine like Neil is just this sweet, loving kid guy. But like he just doesn't. And I think I've hinted at it before. Like even his high water pants, his tattered robes. Like you can
Ah.
tell like he doesn't have a lot of money. And stuff like that. So obviously he's a little bit more poor than everybody else. Financially, but yeah, he doesn't have a home really.
Yeah, that was really fucking sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really nice to see. And definitely was like, I just wasn't expecting it because I was like, there's gotta be more reason why Sage likes this guy than like he's just consistent and there for her. Those are my issues.
Yeah.
Um.
So when I made Neil, I didn't plan on him being here this much.
Mm-hmm.
But then it just was funny to you and annoyed you a lot, his voice. So I came up with just a little backstory for him, and yeah, Neil has had a rough one, but I think that's what also makes him so great is that he's had it so rough, but
Mm-hmm.
you can never tell.
Yeah, I've heard that stuff too. It's like
Yeah.
the nicest people are formed out of the for lack of better really fucked up shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. So yeah, Neil is definitely.
The darkest demons in my god ever.
Yeah, I mean that's true. That's
My
true.
talent.
What was everybody else's favorite part of the session since we got such a crowd today?
Mama liked seeing Sage's character progression. I think it's just hard to see, I guess. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's always kind of
I
better.
think so. I mean, even if we're talking about IRL, like even I feel like Sage and Liz are very much alike in a lot of ways. Like especially when if Liz coming into the campaign, you're very much quiet, reserved, kind of just went along with everybody else, which I mean is what a lot of people do. I mean, it's not nothing bad or anything. It's just you just got here late. Um, but the same as Sage, she I mean she didn't come to Hogwarts late, but she kind of got into everything late and she was forced into this group with her best friend at that time, best friend being turned into stone and her having to figure out what was going on. Of course the teachers aren't helping. But I know this group of kids that are really exploring what's happening here. So then you got into that, then didn't really feel like you knew what was going on, and then you discovered you had this rare gift, and you could help the group in a way. You started helping, and you
Bonus
started,
points for the DM.
yes,
Forcing that one.
started coming into your own. It's not just a character, but also as a player, which is so amazing. I'll come in full circle. It's cool to see more Sage. Yeah, it's cool to see more Sage. Um, Sage plus Neil. Ooh. Ah.
So embarrassing.
You did so great though. You really did.
I'm glad they're older now. That's also like a big hard, like really hard thing of like role playing, like stage, like the first and second years, just because there's such. I don't remember when I was that age and like how I felt, and but like more, I think more recently I've been like watching more things like like rewatching the Harry Potter series and other shows that like about like it's being dumb, just not
Yeah.
knowing anything and just ridiculous. And so that's helping, I think, a little bit. But now she's getting a little bit older, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
She used to have like an existential crisis.
JoJo said Sage is mid. Sage is mid.
She's your favorite.
Yeah, she's your favorite, dude.
You literally always say this.
Um, any
Um,
predictions on what that vision was?
It was really fucking confusing. It pissed me off. Visions are a love and hate relationship because I feel
Oh,
like there's significance to them and I have to figure them out, but I usually don't. Oh god.
yeah. I mean, I don't want to say much, but you didn't know what time that was all taking place, and it seemed like Hermione Granger was still the Minister of Magic at that time when you were having that vision.
It had to be within like the last year, right? I mean, or
I
at least
mean,
during our second year. I bet it was right before she gave us the compass. Right before, because that was when she started getting like feelings that she was going to be bumped out of office. So
yeah. I mean, who knows? I don't know. Except me, of course. I know.
he does know because he knows because he made the storm.
Yeah, and we'll see if Rose made the team next session.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask.
We'll see next session if she made the team. Yeah, I'm glad you guys finally got around to figuring out Neil. I've had that in I had that clip loaded for like 7 months, or not 7 months, like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that clip loaded from back when. No, so It had to have been like 7 months because I've had that back when I lived in the other place. Studio. You guys could like see my bed in the background. Yeah, I've had that clip loaded since back then. So, sheesh, because that's when Neil kind of started coming around. Was the beginning of the second year, I want to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either beginning of
I didn't know
second
exactly
year.
when he came in because I know Colton met him first.
Yeah, I think it was like around beginning of second year or something like that. Something weird.
Yeah.
Oh, sheesh, man. What a great session.
You. Yes, I was gonna ask if I was allowed to know if Sage made it. No, not Sage. Rose made the team or not. She's so mean. It makes me
We'll
sad.
find out next.
And then saying that there are so many things like I want to do because like they're like just to put it into existence. I do want her to kind of confront Cassandra again,
Mhm.
but another part of it is just kind of like, man, fuck that. It's so much drama.
Yeah.
And then also the ghost shit.
Yeah. I've been waiting for you to do
I've
that
been
one.
really wanting to do that ever since it was brought up again. I think it was, but since before, I think the last time I felt that like that it was like kind of put in there was right before I went to Evil Bitch's off classroom and all that crazy shit started happening with. Right, I think Christian went missing during that one.
Say what?
I think Christian went missing during that one. That was like way back when. I think I saw her on like the staircase as I was about to head into this classroom.
I remember you saw her on the you saw her on the staircase and
Mhm.
then you saw her on the train.
But I was
Yep.
on the way to the classroom, and then all the crazy shit happened with Christian getting Christian disappearing, and then task stuff all the time. So, but it's like always in between sessions. I'm like, damn it, I need like to like say I want to do this because then like, the time comes like, oh nothing, I'll just go to the Great Hall, I'll just go to class.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, I mean that's like a whole something else
I know.
created.
That's why I'm like
for
kind of.
Sage.
I think that's another reason why I'm kind of nervous to do it because like I don't want it to take up too much time, and I keep
No,
planning
no,
on doing it on like a one-on-one.
fine.
But then I was really interested in the Neil like storyline for a second there. So,
Yeah.
reading my notes. What happened?
Nice. Took some good notes.
Oh yeah. A ton because a lot of it was like massive details. Like,
Yeah.
two pages, but they're tiny pages. Like it's just little notes.
Yeah. But I mean now you know you have a contact in or a potential pathway with Nocturne Alley.
Oh, yay! Using him more. It's my
Yeah.
favorite. I love using Neil.
Or you could bring him in.
Yeah, I won't. That's kind of like my goal. I feel really guilty about telling him everything. I'm not gonna lie. This whole time I was like, oh god, are they gonna be pissed for
They're
telling
gonna
him
hate
everything?
me.
I don't. But then I was like, but man, he's been like so consistent, like since the beginning. Like he's always been
Helping
like
you guys out.
super chill and helping us out. That's why I trust him so much. Like it's nothing like Quentin's like sus. Felix is sus because I mean he did bad things, but even though we know he's like lead of this shit, but I don't know. Even the teacher is sus. Even though he
Professor
doesn't-
Black?
No, not for me.
Wow.
I know everybody else thinks they're sus. They weren't tell her shit.
I will confirm there is if anybody in this campaign is not sus, it should be Professor Black and Neil. Like those are the two white lights.
I think it was also.
But everybody just keeps thinking Professor Black is on some bullshit. But I understand it.
I have it in my list from Mr.
I don't trust you. I don't blame you.
From Moyer saying it himself to us. He said, McGonagall, Longbottom, and Black. And I was like, I'm taking this and I'm running with it as if it's law.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Oh, well, all right. That'll conclude our session for today.
what the complaint?
Of course, I almost forgot my outro. Of course, if any of you guys want to have, or yeah, if anybody else is listening, Colton or Aaron or Ember, I'm off tomorrow too. So if you guys would like to run a session, let me know because I'll be around. But other than that, I hope all of our viewers out there, you're having an amazing day, week, night, year, existence, life. Of course, have you a great week. Do something cool, live life, tell somebody how you feel about them. It makes a difference. Oh man. But we'll see you next time on Bro Magic on Sunday. And of course, please spread love on Lumos. We will see you guys later. We are Audi 5000. Bye guys.